everyone, it's Rocky. Thanks for joining my channel. So today we are going to be talking about the fashion trends for 2020. Which ones are the ones that are the hottest? Which ones should we be looking into? Today I'm going to go through my top 5. The top 5 fashion trends that we should all be looking at. And then at the end, you have to wait till the very end. I have a little bit of a bonus for you. So let's get right into it. Wait a minute. I forgot to ask you to subscribe. Have you subscribed yet? If you haven't, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button right there. Thanks. The very first item some people will cringe at. Some people will be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're doing this again. I really thought fashion matured and we were not doing this. But guess what? It is back. Minis, mini everything. Mini dress, mini skirt, mini shorts. And I mean, like, when I say mini, I mean mini. So there are ways that you can wear this and not feel like you're on show for the whole world to see and that you have to feel like ashamed and covering things up. Layers are your friends, ladies. You can wear, like, for the dresses, the shorts and the skirts, you can wear tights underneath. You can do leggings underneath. You can also do these things over your entire outfit. So there's so many different ways that you can, if you want to indulge in this trend, you can do it. But I know, like, a lot of us are concerned about our legs. Those of us who live in an area with multiple seasons, you're not trying to wear this in winter, maybe not even in spring or fall. It just depends on how cold it is where you are. So for me, I know I'm gonna be doing this look with layers, but many of you may just wear exactly the way it is. So those bodycon dresses, those Hermes bandage dresses, all of those things that you thought were gone, the hot shorts, the mini skirts, are all back. So let me know what you think about the minis in the comments below. The next fashion trend that I really love is polka dots. I think you guys have seen me haul quite a few different polka dot items in the past. It wasn't anything that was on trend or anything to watch out for necessarily, but polka dots I think are always gonna be a staple. Most of us remember, like, back in the 80s, polka dots making a huge splash and making, you know, sort of pop culture. But it definitely has kept its viability throughout the ages here. So what I love to see is all of these different unique ways that we're bringing polka dots into fashion with dresses and shirts and pants and layering and coats and polka dots and everything. Very large polka dots, small polka dots, even just sort of your different textured polka dots. You can have a sheer white shirt with polka dot fabric on the shirt. So there are all these different ways that we're playing with and having fun with the concept of polka dots, and I'm really loving it. I'm here for it. The next one I've been talking about for a little while as well is vintage denim. So a lot of us have been you know, trying to figure out how the best way to wear denim, and it has been making a huge splash over time. Over the maybe last 3 years, many different people are doing like throwbacks. You've even seen Levi's and some other brands doing sort of like redone jeans, but now it is a thing. They are taking vintage jeans, remaking them into things that are a bit more contemporary, just refashioning them all together. You're also seeing people thrifting. You're seeing the 90s baggy trend coming back, and the best way, the easiest and best way to get with that baggy 90s trend is to go thrifting. Go to the thrift store, get you some oversized jeans and belt it and cuff it and all of the things that are making this fashionable, rocking it with heels and all that stuff. Definitely make sure you, well, if you loved it to begin with, because I always did. I used much smaller than I was now. I would wear, you know, size 36, size 34, size 36 jeans in men's and just rock the baggy look like no other. So I am so glad that that trend is coming back, and I'm definitely going to be involved in all of that. The next trend is romantic. So romantic means a lot of things, but in this case, it's like everything that is very feminine and flowy and like if you were to look at a romance book novel, look at the cover and you see all those fabrics flowing, the layers, the just the essence of woman, that is going to be in style. So you'll see bustiers and ruffles and big puffy sleeves and layers and asymmetry and long lines and just poofiness and flowiness. Just everything you can think of that would be considered romantic is so in style. Which, now listen, this is, you could look at this one of two ways. The fashion industry is either trying to milk everybody for all the money that they have to tell them that you need tight short mini plus big flowy long, or it could be that the fashion industry understands that people express themselves in different ways, so they're making it acceptable to be at both ends of the spectrum. You could be short, tight, you know what I mean, and short and tight, long and flowy, and still be on trend. So however you want to look at it, it's how you want to look at it, but we definitely have a lot that we can work with this season. Number 5 is one that is so close to my heart. I actually feel vindicated in this because I want to say a couple of seasons ago, a couple of years ago almost, maybe a year and a half ago, I fell in love with a trench coat that was like just not your typical trench coat. So now for trend number 5, you are seeing this like sort of modern trench coat. Typically when you look at a trench coat, you're thinking of your typical London fog or Burberry, where it's all one color, your typical collar, your buttons, your belt. That is the typical trench coat. Now you're seeing varying lengths on the same garment. You're seeing color blocks. You're seeing different types of belting, mixtures of textures, mixtures of patterns. And I am loving it. I am there for all of it. I bought a trench coat about a year ago in the Nordstrom sale where the arms of it were plaid and the rest of the body of it, it was just normal, like your normal, you know, kind of khaki trench coat, you know, vibes, but the arms were a bit different, and I fell in love with it. I just fell in love with the idea of doing something a little playful with just a, you know, sort of a standard piece. So now they have gone crazy and all overboard. You'll see all kinds of colors and patterns and everything like that for the trench coat, and it still looks smart, it still looks sleek, it still looks chic. Just get to play with it a bit and show your, you know, personality and express yourself just a little bit more. And now for the bonus. My bonus here is that I'm going to talk about 5 more trends. 5 trends that if you have been rocking with me since the beginning, you'll know that I was ahead of the curve on these trends. And that's why I say to you sort of like, yes, I do talk to you about trends that, you know, the fashion magazines, the fashion houses, and other influencers talk about. Yes, I'm going to bring those to the forefront, but I also have my own sense of style, and I'm usually pretty right about what's going to be the style for the next season or the style for the next upcoming seasons. So I'm going to go right down that list. The very first thing you guys remember in late 2018, well, in 2018, I was already on the hunt for this style. But in 2019, it became my mission, and you know, it's the military look. So I was looking for combat boots, the Doc Martens specifically, and I was also looking for the boiler suit, right? So the military look is in with the utilitarian stuff, or the utility stuff, not utilitarian, the utility stuff, the military boots, the combat boots. You're seeing like the combat boots with compartments and zippers and pockets and buckles and all that stuff on there. They're just really going all out on these boots, and then all different ways to do the, you know, utility style. You see it in suiting, you see it in skirts, you see it in, you know, obviously the boiler suit look. So I have been loving on that since 2018, went on the hunt for it and got a few of these things in 2019, and so I feel like I was ahead of the curve on that trend. The next one is turtlenecks. Turtlenecks it's weird that we're calling this a trend for 2020. They're like a staple. It's like saying, oh, water is in. You know, like we drink water every day. We wear turtlenecks constantly and consistently. So for me, you guys know I've always gotten, I get them in multiples. I get them in 2s and 3s. If I find one I like, I'm gonna do multiples in the same color. You guys see me haul them from Shein. You've seen me haul them in sweater form. You've seen me haul them period, in dresses, whatever. So I absolutely love turtlenecks, full-on turtlenecks, or roll necks, some people call them. I've got the mock necks that kind of just come up but don't flap over. So I love that look. I absolutely love the coverage. I love the layerability, and I also love the fact that it keeps me warm, and lastly, the sleekness of most of them. You know, you can kind of tuck them into your skirts and your trousers if you're looking for a long, lean, sleek look. Absolutely love turtlenecks. The next one is like men's inspired. I've since taken down my very first YouTube video, but on that YouTube video, I had a men's inspired blazer, which was 2 years ago. It is a check blazer with the big wide, you know, shoulder pads, and you know, usually at least over in 2019 you saw people belting them and all that stuff. I just wasn't into the belting and cinching, but I've had it for, you know, I had this blazer for over 2 years at this point, and I have always loved that boxy, you know, kind of wearing it with varying lengths of garments underneath. I've loved the boxy blazer for quite some time. But the extremes that we're going in right now with the wide shoulders and the super oversizedness, I've been doing this for about 3 years already. So I've been ahead of the curve in that sense. And then just men's inspired garments in general. We are all, now women, we are all about comfort. We've been given I don't know who's given us this permission, but we've been given permission to be comfortable, ladies. We're wearing wide loose pants, we're wearing oversized blazers, we're wearing flats, we're wearing sneakers. We are doing the most, but all in the name of comfort. Now, we know how to do it in a cute way. We're not out here looking like men, but it's comfort, and it is allowed. So yes, men's inspired wear is all the rage right now. The other one, and I'm gonna put that video right here because I am so excited about this one. The other one is we have full-on period accepted denim on denim. There is a history behind this. I'm not the one who made up denim on denim. This came out a long time ago where, you know, in Canada, I think the rule was you couldn't wear denim to check into anywhere that was posh or nice, like hotels or anything like that. And then we had a famous performer who came in and tried to check in somewhere and could not, and Levi's got word that this performer couldn't check into a hotel, and they specially made a suit made out of denim for this performer, so then he could check in anywhere he wanted to with us because he had on a suit now, but it was made out of denim. So now that's how the Canadian tuxedo came to be. It was specially made by Levi's for performers so that they could, you know, be accepted wherever they went to, you know, in the poshest places. But then it just evolved. People saw these performers wearing these denim tuxedos or denim suits and wanted to replicate the looks. So it took many forms. People wearing denim on denim, you know, top and bottom. So hence the Canadian tuxedo. So I was telling everyone in the world, including you guys on YouTube, that denim and denim is okay. And I want to say maybe about, I'm probably making this up, maybe about 1.5 years ago, I did a video on how to rock denim on denim. I showed you guys how to rock denim on denim and the fact that it is hot. You just gotta know how to wear it. You gotta vary the tones, the colors, the shading, the fit, the textures. Just vary it up. Just don't have like the same uniform look from top to bottom and then having like maybe denim headband, denim purse, denim shoes. You can't do all of that. You're doing too much. But denim on denim is hot. You heard it here first. And the last one is blazing white hot. It's the color white. It's one of the colors of the season. And I think white is always something beautiful to wear, especially if you, you know, are tan, melanated, whatever. Go out there and get you some sun if you're not, because white on tanned skin looks amazing. Luckily for me, I'm tanned year round. So I do wear white year round. I'm not one of the people who subscribes to the fact that you shouldn't wear white after Labor Day. Kind of stupid rule. But the head to toe white, varying tones of white, so winter white, ivory with bright white, all these different things, I absolutely love wearing white, and I'm so glad that it's accepted and designers are making things, you know, in white so that you can kind of play around with things and add more to your collection if that's what you're into. So I am a fan of that. So that brings us to the end. Now, if you want to find out how to style these looks for every day, if you want to use these trends, I gave you 10 actually. So if you want to understand how do you put these into practice for every day, how do you take these trends that you're seeing on the runway and wear them to work or wear them to school or wear them around the house, going out with your girlfriends, out to dinner, wherever you're gonna go, come back here, because I'm going to show you how I would style all of these looks for everyday wear. How do you do it? How do you incorporate it? Come back and find out. Next video is going to be a haul. Come back for that, and then we're going to talk about styling the hot trends for 2020. Thank you so much for watching. Come back, subscribe if you haven't already, share it with your friends. Leave me a comment below. Let me know which of these 10 trends are your favorite, or maybe you don't like any of them. Talk to you soon. Bye.